This one thing is killing you slowly. Let me tell you a story. It was back in 2014-ish, and back in the Disney super popular era. And we lived in Florida, and we would go to Disney, so much, all the time. I got to where I had an obsession with Disney. And what I had an obsession with, one of the many things, was mugs. They came out with these princess mugs, and I don't know if you remember them. Let me know if you do. They were at Walt Disney World, and they were like the different princess dresses. That's what they started out as, right? I bought one, and one was not enough. Then I had to get the next one and the next one. And before I knew it, they were coming out with the whole villain line. I ended up amassing quite the collection and spending a lot of money on these things that I thought was going to bring me joy and happiness. And while one of them did, Ariel was my favorite. I had my Ariel one, and that's the one I drank out of most. What I noticed is I literally just had the other ones sitting on the shelf to look at, because I thought buying them in that moment would bring me the joy that I was seeking from it. So of course, in 2013, I didn't know what was killing me slowly. It actually wasn't up until recently that I discovered it. And discovering it came in the form of, oddly enough, another mug. In between, collecting crazy mugs, and now we moved into a bus, and we've been living on the road going into our 6th year. And going into our 6th year, we've learned a lot of things. And overconsumption and buying things just for the sake of buying them was not something that I could do anymore. So I really had to downsize my life, and all of those princess mugs are gone. I actually don't have any of the princess mugs, right? Isn't that wild that I no longer have any of the mugs? What I do now, though, different, I do something a little different, and I've learned is at the closing of a season, right? So when one door closes, another opens, and at the closing of the season, I buy myself a new mug. And sometimes the season closes without me really wanting it to be closed. I have a Dolly Parton mug. It's not in here, it's in the van, but that's a different vlog. So this next story of where I learned what's killing me slowly happened the other day. In fact, banana nut bread. I found these teas back. We have a property in New Mexico, and in a little town called Las Vegas, New Mexico, you can find this little tea shop, and it is just absolutely divine. This is called banana nut bread. Oh, I wish you had smell-o-vision. So the other day is my daughter Molly's birthday, and she wanted to go on a shopping spree. Oops. Clearly I didn't need... That's literally the perfect amount. Look at that. What focus? There you go. Look at that tea. She hand makes all of these teas. So Molly wanted to go on this shopping spree at the mall. And we're at the mall, finish up our shopping spree, and she wants to head to Target. Lovely. I don't know about you. I like to go browse, get my Starbies, and then go browse around Target. So I was all about it. Well, I had known for a while that I've been having a lot of growth and a lot of evolution, and my Dolly cup would be coming to a close. So I'm in Target, and I walk over to this little cup, and Molly really says something to me that means a lot. She's like, Mom, you don't really buy yourself mugs anymore. Like, you never buy cups. You deserve to buy yourself a new cup. And look at my new cup. Her name is Letty. She comes with a saucer. And I don't think I can ever drink another cup without a saucer again. So let me just, look at Letty. Is she? No, she was $7. $7. So the difference between the first kind of mugs, right? Remember the first round of mugs where I just bought and bought and bought because I thought the next one was going to make me happy and the next one was going to make me happy. I didn't really just stop with the first one and be content with what my favorite was. And whenever I was done with that favorite, I could move on to another mug. And so living in such a tiny space has taught me that all the material things really aren't that important. What is important is finding the ones that spark joy inside of you, not the ones that you seek to find joy in. I really take so many moments of my life that are simple, right? Like buying a new mug. Who else, does this? I take these little moments and learn from them. There's so much hidden message in the mundane of life. If we want big changes, we have to start with little small steps, like realizing I didn't need that many cups. And I don't regret buying the cups. I needed to buy the cups to see how much I really didn't need them. A lot of growth happened. I always sniff my milk. Do you sniff your milk? This one says it doesn't expire for another couple of weeks, but this is oat milk, but I like to always kind of give it a little snifferoo. You never know. Kyle taught me that. My partner Kyle has really drilled in me that you sniff it before you eat it or put it in your mouth or anything. Things can go bad and they can smell funky before you realize that. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, honey, for teaching me those things. Honey. Sometimes the puns, they just fall right out. I can't. Sometimes I just can't help it. I love the sound of a teapot. Oh, I do. Get my tea poured in here. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, 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 hot. Oh, you are so hot. So hot. Oh, that banana nut bread. I love that tea. Oh, I love that tea. I do believe she ships, so maybe I can link her info down below. Oh my goodness, her tea. It's a whole dessert. It's a whole dessert. What's killing us slowly is the overconsumption. And it starts with basic things like mugs. But then it leads to eating too much and putting on too much weight. And then it leads to over-medicating. It leads to over-yelling at our children. This overconsumption and the feeling of needing more, and the next thing's going to make us happy, and the next thing, that's just leading us to feeling even more empty than we felt before. So what do I do to not fall into that overconsumption trap that's killing me slowly in every way of life? Everything is good in moderation. So how do I stay moderated? Come on. Let's go have a seat. You, me, and Letty. You, me, and the tea. I got my tea in my cuppy. Got my tea. Let that steep there. I'm so grateful that you came over today. How exciting it is to see you. Wheezy, your butt's in your face. Why don't you come up over here? Come on. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Oh, yeah. Our friends are over and I gotta talk to our friends. Yes, I do. Oh, all the puppy love. All the puppy loves. Yeah. I know. Thank you. Okay. I got this new tea steeper, maybe, tea strainer, whatever they call it. And I don't know if it's supposed to stay in here or not. My other one had a little chain on it and it broke, and so yeah. We're just gonna grow with it. Something that's helped me with my overconsumption, because I do love to shop and I do love clothes, and joy is sparked within me from those things. I love them. We're all human. There's going to be material things that we love. I'm not saying just throw them all out. I'm saying really hold on to the ones that you love, and you don't have to have an abundance. You can just love that one thing really well. Love it through its season, and then when it's time to get a new one, pass it on to somebody else so they can then love it through their season. I think far too often we just throw things away and we buy new and we buy more and we buy this, and I did that a lot. My whole closet was full of clothes. I had over 144 pairs of Mickey ears with coordinating outfits to wear with them. I filled my holes, my voids, with these things in hopes that it would bring me that happiness I was searching for. The thing is, though, Bus Life has taught me that the happiness, it was in there all along. I just needed to find it within myself, not searching for it with other things. Isn't it crazy? It's always so hard until it was easy. You know? When you're going through it, it's always so hard to do something until it's not. That tea. That tea with that oat milk, with my puppies laying around me. That is something to be grateful for, friends. I think that's a way that you can kind of tackle the overconsumption. Have gratitude for what you do have. Find the little small things like getting a new cup each season, whatever it looks like for you. I would love to know. Let me know in the comments, what is something that you're really grateful for right now? What is one thing in your life that you have so much gratitude for? Let's share in the gratitude together and share in the love. I also want to say, before you head back home, thank you. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments and your love, and you're sharing, you're being vulnerable. Like, that takes so much courage to open up like you're doing in the comments. And my promise to you is that we're going to keep the comments free of criticism and judgment and blame and shame, because they're really not welcome here. Like I say all the time, I will answer any respectful question. So let's get inquisitive instead of being critical. Let's ask each other questions on why we do what we do. Let's open it up and make it that safe space for everybody. So if you have a question about my life, ask it, and I will give you the answer as to why it is the way it is. And likewise, thank you so much for being here and being you. I'm so grateful for you, and I love you so much. I'll talk to you soon.